Defending freedom will have cost for us as well and here at home. We need to be honest about that. But as we do this, I'm going to take robust action to make sure the pain of our sanctions is targeted at the Russian economy, not ours.
Well, we continue to monitor the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and you heard it there. The president said his administration is monitoring prices at the pump for good reason. Expert on economics and trade, John Quelch, joins us now this morning to try and break everything down because it can be a bit complicated. Good morning to you, John. Good to see you.
Good morning, Jeanette.
So we've already dealt with supply chain issues, price increases. That, unfortunately, is not new to us due to the pandemic. Now we're dealing with this, and it's just the lead up to what could potentially be a huge issue. So what are we currently seeing in the lead up to this?
Well, I think the big issue on the table is whether or not energy flow from Russia, gas and oil into the European Union is going to be subject to sanctions, because as soon as that happens, as soon as the energy sector is included in the sanctions, there will be an impact on world oil and gas supply. The US, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia will simply not be able to fill European demand if there is such a ban. And all of this, regardless, will spike oil prices at the pump in the US.
How soon could this happen? And when you say spike, I know it's hard to predict here, but when you say spike, what are we talking about? Unprecedented numbers, or what are we looking at?
Well, we've already seen gas prices per gallon reach numbers that we have not seen for maybe 15 or so years. And I think that there is a possibility that we could see another, say, 10 to 20% increase in prices at the pump if the energy sector is on the table for sanctions. One of the other issues, Jeanette, if I may, is the possible ban on Russia using the SWIFT international settlement system, which basically settles trade exchanges across national boundaries. If Russia is excluded from the SWIFT system, this could also have an impact at the pump because, frankly, a lot of the energy payments that are made out of Europe to Russia for the oil and gas that they import do go through this SWIFT system. So the administration so far has taken a very deliberate and proportionate approach to this sanctions effort in collaboration with the European Union and with Germany in particular. And I think that we're going to see a very methodical ratcheting up of sanctions over the next couple of days, particularly targeting individuals in Putin's inner circle and indeed their children as well, from the international banking system, excluding them and preventing them from gaining access to loans and to the capital markets internationally.
So there's certainly a level of precision that needs to be taken out here. And Biden was talking about that in order to punish Russia, but go easy on the U.S. economy. I'm curious, we know that Russia is big in terms of exporting oil and natural gas. Anything outside of that we could see increases, whether directly because of Russia or indirectly, ripple effect?
Well, the one other area to be a little bit wary of is food prices, because the Ukraine is sort of like the breadbasket of Eastern Europe. A tremendous amount of wheat and corn is exported out of the Ukraine. If there is disruption in the Ukraine, that will affect the availability of supplies to European food processors. Eventually, that might work itself through the international trading system and hit prices at U.S. retail stores for certain food products.
Yeah, certainly a lot to keep an eye on. John, listen, always good to have you on. These are complex issues, and we appreciate you breaking it down for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Expert on economics and trade, John Quelch, joining us this morning. Steve, send it over to you.